Hi everybody, it's Nancy from Seaside Creativity. Thanks for stopping by my new YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this large box using the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. Now I'm using the 123 board, but you can use any envelope punch board as well. It'll work just fine. This came about when I was trying to figure out how big a box I can make with one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Now this box that I'm going to show you now, it's about 5 inches square and about 2.5 inches deep. So it's a pretty good size considering that it's just one sheet of paper. Now these other boxes that I have here are smaller in size, but they follow the same technique. And it's just that I found a way to determine the punch guides of these two after I did this one, and I have a little easy hint for you that I'll share with you at the end of this video. So let's get started. You're going to take your 12-inch paper and put it into your punch board, and you're going to score it, punch and score at the 4-inch punch guide. And you're going to rotate it once, and you're going to continue doing it, lining it up at the 4-inch punch guide and punching and scoring. And do that for each side. Next, you're going to turn it over and do the exact same thing, lining your punch guide up to the 4-inch mark and punching and scoring on each side. Now that we've done that, I still need to get a score line, and I don't know if you can see all my score lines. I need to get a score line in between each of these notches on all these 4 corners. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can, fold this over, because these corners are going to be folded over. So you can fold it over, and if you can get a nice even fold line here, that's fine. But if you want to do another technique here, what you can do is, I know I want my score line right here in between these notches, and I can line my paper up with this score channel here. If I line it up there, I can just, and hold the paper in place, I can just do a quick score line and it'll give me right where I need it. So I'm going to do that on each of these sections, just kind of line it up right, right in between those notches. And that's the punching and scoring. Now we're going to fold on all of our score lines. The last step before we put this thing together is we have to make a couple of notches. And what we're going to do is just cut these sections right here, make a little slit so you can make your flaps. And if you want to do a little mitering, you can do that as well. And you're going to flip this around and do it on the other side. There. Now we're ready to assemble our box, and as you can see here, the flaps are going to go in like this, and then you just put these sides up and you essentially have your box. So we're going to put some adhesive on these flaps. I'll do one side at a time, and you're just going to line it up so that it's nice and even here. Now we'll put some adhesive on these flaps. And there you go. Now that's your box. Now you can make the little edge cuts here if you want on your box using your 1-2-3 board. I didn't. My sample here, I just made, I had a little tag and some ribbon and tied it all together. Now as I said, I made this box with a piece of 12-inch cardstock, and it's a pretty nice size. But let me give you a little hint on these other boxes. I followed the same technique with a little change in the punch guide measurements. This box was made using 9-inch cardstock, and this one was made using 6-inch cardstock. And what I found is, if you use 12-inch cardstock for this, your punch guide measurement was 4 inches. And 4 inches is 1/3 of 12. So when I went to use 9-inch paper here, I figured, well, 1/3 of 9 is 3. So I used the punch guide measurement of 3 for this box. And for my box using 6-inch paper, 1/3 of 6 is 2. So I used a punch guide measurement of 2 for this one. So that's a quick and easy way to figure out for a box in this shape where your punch guide measurement is if you have a different size piece of paper. Just use 1/3 of whatever size paper you have and use that as your punch guide measurement. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.